The Switch 2 hasn't even been out for 2 months yet, and we're already looking at a potential increase in price. Now, this is coming off of some news that Nintendo just increased the price of the original Switch model, and the original Switch model is starting to get almost as expensive as the Switch 2 here in the United States, which isn't looking good. And then we also have some news of some positive stuff as far as sales numbers go that we'll touch on. But real quickly, let's just dive straight into the main topic at hand, which is the price increases. So this is what we currently are looking at. We're already seeing this in effect at Target. You can see the Switch OLED is now $400 for an original Switch OLED, which is an increase of $50. The standard Switch is up to $339.99, which is a price increase of $40, and the Lite is now $229.99, which is a $30 increase. So the question that is probably on your mind and is going to be the topic of discussion here is, will we be seeing a Nintendo Switch 2 price increase? As of now, Nintendo has held off, saying that there isn't a Nintendo Switch 2 price increase happening. However, it kind of seems like if things keep going the way they are, it's going to be an inevitability at some point, which would be a really bad look, as we're going to be getting closer and closer to the holiday season. And also when it comes to just Switch 1 in general, we usually see, sales and price decreases coming into Black Friday and all of that. So it would be kind of odd to have a price increase specifically for Switch 1 and then a price decrease coming into the holiday. So we may not really be seeing sales happening this holiday season as much as we had seen in the past, just due to the current tariff situations and all of that in general. So it's not looking good for either Switch 1 or Switch 2. We could only assume that a Switch 2 price increase is going to happen. It's just, and the weird thing too to think of, because it just came out, I feel like the only reason they haven't increased the price is because it's so new and there would be a lot of backlash. Now, they delayed the pre-orders for all this. They assessed the situation. Tariffs got canceled, but now we're seeing tariff stuff back and forth. So very frustrating for the consumer, very frustrating for Nintendo as the supplier. So, and then, like I said, moving into the holiday season, it would not be a good look the closer and closer we get to have Switch 2 price increases. Instead of a sale, we have a price increase. So that would be bad moving forward. If I had to guess, if they're not doing it now, if they don't do it within the next month or so, I don't think we'll see a Switch 2 price increase maybe until after the holiday season, just because I feel like that would be such a bad look on the console. But maybe we'll see a 2026 price increase if things keep going the way they are, which would be unfortunate. So not looking good when it comes to there. If you haven't picked up a Switch 1 for whatever reason, there's still other retailers that aren't doing the increase. Or if you're looking to pick up a Switch 2, I believe the Pokemon Legends Z-A pre-order for that locked-in price is still available if you're having a hard time getting a Switch 2, so keep that in mind. Now, for the positive news, we do have Nintendo reporting some sales numbers that are pretty big, and they just reported that they've exceeded 6 million units globally in the first 7 weeks after launch, which is pretty significant considering the console launched on June 5th, and they had a financial report, Q1 financial report, that indicated these figures of more than 6 million Switch sales. So very, very big numbers, and we do have a little bit of a breakdown per region, which I do think is interesting. You can see 1.27 million Switch 2s being sold in Japan, with just over 2 million in the Americas, 1.34 million out of Europe, and 1.13 from other regions. So that's currently what we're seeing as far as Switch 2 sales. Now we are seeing, and for obvious reasons, Switch 1 sales are shifting down over the same period from last year, because Switch 2's here now, so it does make sense. They're down around 53.5%, but bringing it to a lifetime of 153.1 million units for the Switch 1. So very impressive when it comes to long-term hardware sales on the Switch 1. And the Switch 2 currently projected, Nintendo's forecast is that they are projecting to sell 15 million Switch 2 units this financial year, and they are unchanged from that forecast. So it looks like, as far as things go, if they don't see a price increase, they're going to continue to expect that amount of sales moving forward. So we'll see how the tariffs go and affect everything long term. I'll keep you guys updated moving forward. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you guys can stay up to date on the latest Switch 2 news. I think we may be focusing on the channel. I'm still not 100% certain on the direction, but we may be focusing a little bit more on Switch 2 stuff as things come out, and certainly as Pokemon Legends Z to A comes out and stuff like that. So that's currently the trajectory that I'm looking at with the channel. So make sure you stay subscribed for the latest info when it comes to that. Keep you guys updated if there's any more price movements on the Switch 2. But that's all I have for you guys in this one. I'll catch you in the next one. And remember, it was never a phase.